This is the Izzy Lala podcast. I'm Izzy Lala, and thanks so much for joining me again today. In case you don't know, this podcast is an evolving podcast where we're navigating through life and creating conversations around cultural and societal topics, as well as leaving room for conversations with people surrounding these topics. So I guess we'll jump right into it. So this last Thursday, if you didn't tune into the last podcast, I was a featured artist at Joe Montoya's Poetry Unplugged at Luna's Cafe in Midtown Sacramento. And I really had such a good time. There was a pretty good turnout, which I was pleasantly surprised about. Plus, we had the Zoom going on thanks to Sharon Smith, and the crowd was really responsive to my set overall. And I did enjoy getting up there again and featuring my kind of new book, which I haven't really been able to feature for 2 years. So, so thanks and shout out to Ann Yes, who was a host that night and who allowed me to feature. So I really did enjoy myself, and it was refreshing. My book came out in 2020, before COVID, and although I was able to have a book launch right before it erupted, I wasn't able to feature at this particular location, nor at any other location, except for my book launch. So this was really nice, and it was nice to share from my book, and nice to see some new and old faces. So that's that. And I know everyone has things to do, and we get so busy in our life. So I really wanted to shout out to the people who did take the time to watch my set and watch me on Zoom. And just showed up, because, time is everything. And, when people give of their time, to come see you or to, just create space for you, I think that's huge. And truly is, one of the best gifts that you can give to an artist or another person. So thank you. Speaking of giving, we did talk last week about, what it means to give, and I asked how you guys give and what this means to you. And so one responder, Delilah, said that you have to make time to give. You'll never have time to give, so you have to make time for it. And I do agree with that. And I do think that that's the whole purpose behind giving, really, is the sacrifice that you're making with time or money or whatnot. And that's really why it means so much, and why it's significant. So, that's why it's so special. So another responder, Nina, wrote, I give back mindfully when I'm present, in the moments when it's not official, like doing the dishes, when I'm exhausted, or cooking a meal I know my family loves. Especially when I'm angry and I find patience to hold my daughter as she regulates difficult emotions. For me, giving back doesn't have to be official or a clear-cut volunteer assignment. I give back in my career as a teacher and advocate for youth, as a writer who exposes hard truths. But most of all, I think it's important to recognize that we all can give back each day as long as we are mindful and present. This provides clarity on what is needed in each moment. I absolutely love this because I agree that it's also the attitude in which you give back. Being mindful is so crucial. And I love that she was able to state this because I know, being in customer service, that it is about mindfulness of it. I believe you should be in it rather than just doing it because you have to. And most of all, doing it with a good attitude, and being in it to really see what needs to be given. Thanks, Nina, for the beautiful note. That helped to give me clarity too. So thank you. And then Ivy Almond said, when giving a lot herself, she actually overdid it. So this is what she wrote. I didn't allot myself enough time for myself. The solitude of the pandemic helped me to focus energies back to myself. I'm more mindful now and trying to maintain a careful balance. The way that I give back the most these days is via social media. I'll take the time to promote and share other people's events and or create endeavors. I've also been donating things that local women's organizations need, such as personal hygiene items and gently used clothing and shoes. And when I have no monetary resources to donate, even a smile or just a hello to someone who is asking for $1 could make a big difference in their day. So I definitely agree that there has to be a balance between giving to others and making sure you're taking care of enough to help other people. So thanks, Ivy Almond, for reminding me of this. So switching gears, I just wanted to kind of go back and say I just really appreciate, everyone that came out or people who watched me, listened to me on the Zoom. Really appreciate just the ones who have supported me from day one, and the new ones as well. So I wanted to kind of talk about, there always being criticism, I feel, especially if you're doing your own thing as an artist or as an entrepreneur. And since we're in the digital age of social media and putting ourselves all the way out there, my question is, how do you guys handle negative feedback on social media? And how do you handle negative feedback from people close to you as well? So I know that for me, personally, I've been fortunate to have some real ones on my side, and especially as an artist, I think this is so important, and just really, I've been blessed to have those people, but I've also had some criticism from people close to me as an artist. So I think we are all, affected by what others say about us, but I think it's how you respond that matters most. So, it's easy to let it get to you, especially when people are saying something negative about you or about your craft, and or your hustle and grind. So, I know as an artist, you work hard at what you're doing, or if it's a side hustle, you're pushing towards making it a full-time grind, and so there's work that is put into it, but at the end of the day, I think it's important to just stay true to yourself, and don't let the negative get you down or get to you, or force you to respond in a way that is not healthy or causes you to bend your craft, in any way. I think it's important just to believe in yourself, especially in the face of criticism and especially in the face of strangers, So, and also being grateful for the day ones and for, the real ones who have always, just kind of believed in you too. So I think it's important to have those ones too by your side. But if you don't, just believe in yourself and do what you do. And, I think that that's what matters at the end of the day. So that's what I think. But what do you guys think? How do you handle negative comments or criticism? Let me know by emailing izzylala83@gmail.com, IZZYLALA83@gmail.com, or message me at 209-730-7044. And we'll be featuring those comments and just what you guys have to say on the next episode next Monday. So thank you so much for listening. This is the Izzy Lala podcast. I'm Izzy Lala, and you can find me on Instagram under Izzy Lala or izzylala.com for more information about the podcast and just more information in general. So thank you again, and wishing you all a good week, and hope you tune in next Monday. For now, wishing you all healing, hope, and light. The hospital changed her from smile to frown.